You're listening to an archived Cabral Concept podcast. After listening to this show, check out the most up-to-date podcasts available at stephencabral.com/podcasts or search directly on iTunes. And now, welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Today on a Total Wellness Tuesday, we're going to be reviewing a diet plan that talks about eating fairly normally 5 days a week, and then on 2 days of the week, dropping your calories by about 75%. So this has become a pretty popular diet out there. It's called the 5-2 diet. And it originated in the UK. I believe sometimes it's even referred to as the Queen's Diet. And what we're looking at is an interpretation of intermittent fasting. So the reason I call it an interpretation is because it's not intermittent fasting. It's actually a low-calorie day twice a week. So let's talk about it. So I talk about this in terms of the good, the bad, and the ugly. So let's talk about the good. The good is that it's getting people to consume less total calories per week, and it allows them to do so without really challenging them for 5 days a week. So you can eat fairly normally for 5 days of the week, and then 2 of the days, non-consecutive days in this diet plan, you're eating just about 500 calories per day. All right. So when you look at that, let's say you're eating 2,000 calories a day, and you're now taking it down to just 500. So we're taking out 1,500 calories, and we're doing that twice during the week. So now we're taking about 3,000 calories for the week. So when you look at it that way, that will help most people lose about 1 pound per week. All right. So not dramatic weight loss, but it will certainly help with weight loss, and it will actually reduce some inflammation. So that part is good. And now the diet claims to be good for, yes, weight loss. I mean, that's the big thing. That's why this diet's here. But what it's also talking about is some, let's say, surrounding effects that can come from any time when you're doing this less calorie-based or more intermittent fasting. So it talks about reducing your risk or preventing heart disease, stroke, Alzheimer's, other forms of dementia, type 2 diabetes, and even cancer. Now, I can't make those claims for this diet specifically, and I'm also going to talk about how I'm not sure that this can certainly help you, no doubt about it. But those type of claims are really looking at when you get to something called true intermittent fasting, or you're looking at a process called autophagy. Now, this diet claims to put you into that same state where autophagy can take place. Now, what is that? What does that really mean? Well, it means that when your body's not consuming more food or excess proteins or fats or things like that, that it has time, your own immune system has time to go in and scavenger free radicals, scavenger pathogens or different proteins in the bloodstream that shouldn't be there. And it also allows your liver time to better detoxify and clean your blood. And as you're oxidizing fat from reduced calories, that all the toxins that are released from your adipose tissue, your fat, can then be cleaned to a greater level, into an easier degree, by your liver, because it doesn't have to compete with all this other stuff coming into your body. So that's the good part. Now, the problem is, on those 2 days when you're doing just 500 calories, they don't really restrict what you're eating. So you can have anything you want as long as it's about 2 to 3 meals for the day and that it does not exceed 500 calories. So that means you could eat Pop-Tarts and, Coca-Cola or whatever you would like, just having it within that 500 calories. That part I don't like, because that's not really a wellness-based part that's going to help you get to your overall goals. Sure, maybe you could lose a little bit of weight that way, but that's not the best part. So that's part of the bad. That's the bad part. Now, the part that I really don't like, the ugly, is that it says if you're not losing the weight that you want, you could even add a third day of just 500 calories a day. Now, the problem gets to be this. On the days that you are eating, that you might be binge eating, you might be eating more food that you're supposed to be eating. So, or you're loading up on all the sweets and things like that you didn't get to eat on those low days. And that's going to put you into more of what I would call a yo-yo type diet. And now, how can we take this diet, though, the principles of this diet, and make it great? Because the truth is this, the 5-2 diet, this is not brand new. I mean, this is another twist, another variation of like the Atkins diet on paleo or the Salt Beach diet on paleo or any of those specific things. They've been around for a long time. We're just putting a new little spin on it. Now, I remember well over a decade ago, a book was written by Brad Pilon, a colleague of mine, and he talked about intermittent fasting 2 days per week, so basically non-consecutive days as well. And basically, what you're doing is you're not eating for 24 hours. Now, my take on that, and this is what I like to do with my private clients, is do the 24-hour intermittent fast, but you get to eat every single day. And the way you do that is going from dinner one night to dinner the next. And this is actually one of the free special bonus reports. I tell you exactly how to do this with the Dr. Cabral Detox. It's called the 24-hour metabolic makeover. There simply is no way to get your body healthier and no way to lose weight, rev up that metabolism in terms of oxidizing body fat faster than doing something like this intermittent fast. It just has to be done right. And the other part I would say to this as well is that autophagy, or this process of getting the body healthier in general, only takes place when extra food isn't entering the body, or when the body doesn't have to be digesting food. And a lot of times they're recommending some ham and eggs or something like that first thing in the morning for breakfast to better stabilize glucose levels and all of that. The problem with that is that those are some pretty metabolically challenging proteins to break down. There are also some common food sensitivities with eggs, so I could certainly not recommend that. Now, what I can say is if you're looking to do this 5-2 diet, make your 2 days smoothie days or shake days. That would be a great way to do it. That is something that I would definitely recommend giving a shot. So your 5 days would be normal, healthy eating, and then 2 days could be 2 or 3 shakes per day. And what they would be is some frozen berries for some high antioxidants, maybe throw some greens in there, whether it's a powder or some veggies, and a hypoallergenic protein, like a rice and pea based protein, something like that. So again, this has been around a very, very long time. Please do not believe that it's brand new or that this is revolutionary information. And in my opinion, you'll get much more out of this if you simply do an intermittent fast, which is fasting 24 hours. So you get much, much more benefit then. And that could be going again from lunch one day to lunch the next, dinner one day to dinner the next, breakfast one day to breakfast the next. However you want to do it. I give all my different opinions as well in that report that I spoke about, but I don't want to get too deep into that on this one specific topic. The other thing is we do a variation of that, and I give away this information for free, so it's not like I'm trying to do a big promotion or anything, is that with the Dr. Cabral Detox, the first 2 days you're actually doing shake days, and that allows for this same process to take place, this intermittent fast, but over a greater period of time, which if you look into all of the great text, all the text written 100 years ago or more, it shows that this longer fast allows the body to better heal itself. But the problem is that the body is so toxic now with these 70 to 80,000 plus man-made chemicals in the environment, is that when we are detoxing, people are sometimes having harsher reactions. And so what we're doing is we're simply giving the body the tools that it needs to be able to detox on its own to a greater degree. And that's just simply, it gets complicated, but it's simple phase 1 and phase 2 liver-based support products. And that all you have to know is that it's certain vitamins, amino acids that allow your body to do its job to a greater degree. That's it. So use the shakes if you want to your own advantage, or simply just go for that 24 hours to get much, much more out of it. My problem is, and the last thing I want to leave you with, just don't make the other days a belief that you can eat whatever you want, even if you are losing weight, because that's going to catch up with you. It's going to catch up with you in terms of inflammation, and it's going to catch up with you in terms of having to, keep doing this forever and ever and ever, because you're going to gain the weight back if you ever start to go off of this at all. So that is my review of the 5-2 diet. Again, I don't think it's a bad diet. I don't think it's bad necessarily to follow, but my issue is let's focus more on healthier foods and not try to game the system and not try to hack the system, but let's use it if we want as a true intermittent fast. Let's not even eat those 500 calories on those days, because I believe that once you start putting food in your body, it actually makes you more hungry a lot of the time. So if we can just simply wake up at 7 in the morning or so and go until 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock that night, then we've already gone just that 12 hours. But if you go from dinner the night before again, you've gone that 24 hours. That is the best way to do it. You're going to get the absolute most benefit out of it. And if you do want a happy medium in the road, I would also check out our Dr. Cabral Detox. Again, it's free just to check out the plan. You can just go to drcabraldetox.com and you can actually see the little infographic of how we explain how you go about that. So no problem, of course, in my opinion, with always trying out different nutrition plans, seeing what does seem to be a good fit for you. I'm just giving you these little tweaks, if I can, along the way to help you take a pretty good nutrition plan and make it even better. Thank you again today for tuning into the Cabral Concept.
Are you ready to heal yourself and then go on to heal others? If so, the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute can help you discover proven functional medicine protocols that blend the best of 7 different healing disciplines from around the world. I personally share with you the exact handouts and protocols I use in my private practice that enable people to get well, lose the weight, and live longer, stronger. I want to pass this information on to the next generation of health coaches, and that is exactly why I created IHP. We are the future of the health coaching industry, and the skills and knowledge you will learn will make you an in-demand certified health coach anywhere in the world. Although we have many medical professionals taking the IHP certifications, no experience is necessary, and half our members have no previous health certifications. At the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute, our motto is a health coach in every home. Our goal is that you take this knowledge and then share it with family, friends, loved ones, your community, or in a practice where you create a career you love and can be proud of. The global IHP community is filled with some of the most kind and caring people in the world, and we can't wait to welcome you into our world soon. For more information or to set up a discovery call with one of our IHP Health Coach graduates, simply head over to integrativehealthpractitioner.org.